welcome to Dr. Fish FM. We sit down on top of the beautiful city of Jos Plateau State, Nigeria. Today is the 11th day of January 2025, and we there for the program Ability Inside Disability with Mrs. Modupe Afisogun. Yes. And my name is Nakeswala Detunji, aka Nurse Fish. If you don't follow us from episode 1 down to this episode, you will know say now this program where we discuss say every disability it get ability inside. And not only me this studio as we know, we get Mama for studio.
My people, good afternoon. Now welcome today. I want to take this opportunity to beg when I gave you no verse for last week. As if you say when I know here waiting with the talk for inside studio, a small technical issue. I hope say when I still join us today, even though that kind of mistake happened last week.
Yes, when I don't hear the voice of the host, Mrs. Modupe Afisogun of Beautiful Hands Foundation. And as usual, we know no be only us waka come. We now say we always full ground, we always touch ground. We can get the special educator therapist, Mr. Sam in your book.
Welcome again. I appreciate when I say when they take out time to join us every Saturday. Make we talk about these conditions. Thank you.
When I don't hear and be that too, yes, that's the voice of Mr. Sam. And then we can get another one. And he named Dr. Bako, Secretary Nigerian Medical Association, Plateau State. May they hear your voice, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm not vexed when I not be hear my voice last week. I don't come back by the grace of God. Every time I will hear this very voice, I will make sure say the necessary things we're supposed to bring here to educate people on this special kind of illness or this special kind of abnormality. We go here and well, and at least we go there well educated so that we know they do some unnecessary discrepancies or try to say they stigmatize some people, because these signals are things when they come on, I will feel handle them. Thank you.
When I not say as I don't tell now we the full ground. Yes, well, Dr. You go join us. Mona no worry, you no go anywhere, you go join us. I want to say last week we carry one interesting information come with all the people we follow us listen to last week program. We carry one better one come, and last week we concentrated on the topic under the learning disability, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So this one will be my feel like that, but I will give the expert with the ground, make them do recap for waiting we discussed last week and how it take go, because that last week only sweet me die. It can open my eye become a doctor. Especially they never explain somebody's condition, but they even tell us that this is the one. So my people, if you want understand what we dey talk, no gonna just put on an ear for ground, no go anywhere. You don't want miss any information we will come out for here. So we go give the floor to Dr. Bako talk last week. Thank you, sir. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, my people. Yeah, I know some people will say, but this person not even did last week. How you want to give recap? This one a general thing all of us they do always. It don't become part of our but every topic we want present, we must sit down. Now I feel but we'll still sit down, look at very well how we can present them for people may get to understand. Yes, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Now things we they come up with, but most people, as far as say we don't really understand that it's in Vietnam, we know they feel really understand that. During the second episode when I've been there, I've been talk one thing. See, there is just no way where you will get brain, then you will tell you say you don't. Now just how to go channel them or use them, now they cause the difference between people. Because this brain where God don't give us, now super machine. All the computers for this one are played, they learn work for where our brain is. If you see something don't do with our brain, for supercomputer, they try to replicate within the activity of the brain. But yet I try to tell you say it go hard when they replicate within the inside this our brain. What I talk about attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. We know say now if we carry the words how they carry combined form and say for starters, we say attention. But that person they always get problem to sit down for one place, concentrate for one thing for a long time. To say maybe you catch that person, maybe just concentrate on one thing to see say in assimilate that thing they try to tell them for that time. It is very difficult. Those individuals get that problem. Hyperactivity. Plenty action in their body. Why do you not feel sit down for one? Because they feel say you they put them to concentrate on one thing, they feel say they get extra energy to do another thing. Why you they tie them down? So and you know say when the person no come concentrate very well and come dey active dey do other things, you say if na academic activity at that time, you say automatically learning disability fit set in. Because one, you know, if you concentrate, you know, if you reason with you because they try pass message to them. But if you know if you concentrate, that attention span they very short for them. If you know if you concentrate, since the learning disability will come in, which is one major thing where all of those ones they under. So hyperactive, then they there with them. So because say they affect the normal social activity either for house, for school, or for work, you don't turn syndrome and you don't turn disability generally. And this still get plenty factors where they cause them. We keep saying most of them, like even when they talk about dyslexia and the rest of them, most of them have similar risk factors. Some of the, just like we talk, the causes generally they're difficult to know. Then they're very difficult, but we know say it has to do with our brains. We have to do with our brains. Whenever the domain of understanding affects either affect you for home, for school, or even for your working place, you know, so that's not an abnormality. Seriously, they're supposed to put eye carry low. It's either because of the development of our brain they are affected, and the executive area for our brain where they control everything for our body, where they call them for neurology, because I'm a neurologist. I'm a neurologist in training. I'm a doctor. My work not just brain. Any part of the brain I waiting me I do. So most of these things what they talk about cut across neurology, cognitive, behavioral, and everything, all they encompassing. So the frontal part of our brain now where they call for science or for neurology as executive part of our brain. Now they're in charge of reasoning, as in function where we feel hold things for head, so that if they tell you something, you feel replicate and subsequently, like say if you try jump from story building, you know, say, it's supposed to give for ideas. Say if you jump, you either break like or you die. But person just if you jump, there's a problem with the frontal lobe, which is this. Maybe the executive area, reasoning, administrative activity, everything there around the frontal lobe. So whenever there is a problem with the development of that area, maybe them born became the premature, part of the brain never develop finish, or when the begin they inside mama belly, infection setting, all of those things automatically the brain will get time develop when they're supposed to develop. So some of those things feel come. Maybe the mama get infection during pregnancy. So all of these things feel predispose this individual when they develop. And we say more of these things they get and within the age. Averagely within 7 years, you start notice some small for the picking body. Around that cancer, you say, "Hi, this thing, like say this picking." To keep this picking sit down, listen. Amongst all the classmates, now only him feel they shout pass. When they say everybody sit down and be quiet, now him they jump pass. So there's something abnormal. To stay and at listen, follow command without interruption, they're difficult with this individual. So basically, it's an abnormality, and because say you go show now, so let's just see this one like say the small recap we fit get. As we talk, we bring the others they come.
Yes, my people, now don't hear be that now the recap of waiting we discussed last week. You can even add another information where we know follow join last week. So today we want to enter the real thing. Gong. We want to start with question. We're going to fire. Yeah, and now still Dr. Baku will go. We want to make you answer this one. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. They affect girls differently from boys. How do they affect this gender differently?
This one a very interesting question. Because as a matter of fact, some things what they see as even as the begin they grow we get this disorder with age and a particular time of their life. Some of the symptoms or signs that they display they different as they grow. The same thing to sex. Either male or female. At least our environment knows a man or woman, no anything where this way people talk gender, whatever. I own a man or woman. So for a man, we know say majority like before I even go there, man talk about we know say the presentation of attention deficit hyperactivity disorder they do like 3 types. One, because when they talk about attention deficit, when they talk about hyperactivity, the attention type they observe say it they much more common. Then the attention for women, the attention from the very, very more poor. They internalize more of their problem inside, and they are not easily manifested. But for that of men, they're very obvious. Energy. Sometimes they'll just say, when begin they grow, say boys will always be boys. But as a matter of fact, it is an abnormality sometimes. Because when yes, boys will always be boys, but look, why is these boys being always boys abnormally from other boys that are being always boys? Exactly. So that's why you get to know that maybe there might be something subtle that you're not looking at. So for most boys, their presentation is usually hyperactivity. The attention deficit is there, but more of what you see of them now that action where they get to sit down one side, concentrate, listen to command. But that of a woman is much more, they internalize more of the problem. Their one is much more attention